kind of to be expected with the Aussie inflation, oh sorry, the US inflation ticking higher, and the good old stock market gets it wrong as usual. The stock market was so sure it was going to be a weaker number and the trajectory of rates was going to be lower and slower. But yeah, nasty day for Nasdaq, down 5%. Dow down 1,000 points or so. Massive day in stocks, and yeah, when you get it wrong, you get it wrong big time. And that's why I said yesterday the volatility is more on the it's going to be more on the downside, because everybody was so sure that inflation was going to be weaker. And yeah, US dollar bounced nicely off the 50 fib. Obviously that retracement's longer. You're not going to get a massive day. In fact, more than likely we might have a bit of a consolidation on that and then continue to rise. Or we could just keep going because everybody was so wrong, and now the odds of 100 basis points coming in between now and December is pretty high. In fact, I think it's locked in at 75% next week when the Fed meets. And so yeah, US interest rates are going to be going higher. We've got 10 years bonds obviously spiked on the news, but then consolidated sideways. As the bond market is the smart market, and they've been pricing this factor in. Commodities trod water pretty much overnight. Not much to see there. Copper back down a bit as the inflationary aspect on the global economy starts to bite. And yeah, a little bit up on energy sideways. So commodity markets. Yeah, the bigger driver is going to be that US dollar, yeah, and the interest rates. So looking ahead, maybe look down the time frames, try and get in on any sort of retracement, some kind of relief rally. Don't know if you're going to get it in stocks, but similarly over in currencies. It's going to be a hyper-extended move, but any kind of pullback, look to, or tries to fill in a gap. That's when you're wanting to trade it. Taking on a trade, even on a daily time frame, that's a big number to be kind of risking, and looking for a target at 1 to 1 or 1 to 2. That's a big ask. So yeah, I'll be looking down the time frames and trying to get an opportunity in there. But the theme is clearly back onto US dollar bid as we run into FOMC next week.